stirring introductions from Tuukka Postinainen.
Ready, okay, it's good. Please, stop.
The last time I heard a partisan sort of crowd to rival this was when Thomas Adamek fought Vladimir Klitschko in Wrocław just a matter of months ago. And on that occasion, Klitschko diffused the nationalistic fervour with a terrific performance. Vitaly Klitschko beating Thomas Adamek. Now Derek Chisora gets his chance against Robert Helenius. Will he be able to deliver, or will Helenius be able to use his physical attributes in the same way that Vitaly Klitschko did?
Well, Chisora making a good start. This is exactly what he needs to do. He's got to get close and stay close. You know, if he allows Helenius to use the jab and keep him off, it's going to be a hard night's work. But he's so pumped up. It's a good start from Chisora. He needs to just keep this up. It's all about pressure, constant pressure.
He looked really hyped, I thought, as he made his way to the ring, and he started fast, started confidently, trying to put the pressure on Helenius from the word go, trying to put him into reverse gear, where a slightly static sort of fighter such as Helenius, not happy, likes to dictate centre ring behind that long left-hand lead. It's a good start from Chisora, really good.
They're showing no fear, but took a right hand there. And then it's just chopped down with the right hand. This crowd going absolutely bonkers.
Body shot again from Chisora. The question is, does he have the punch power to really trouble Helenius? He'll certainly think so.
Well, what Chisora's doing is applying that really good pressure, digging into the body. He's got to keep rolling that head. He's got to keep moving that head. He's got to be prepared to do, you know, things that he's never done before, and that's just to totally work for 3 minutes of every round.
Has he got the fitness to do so? Started well, remember, against Tyson Fury. Had Fury going in the early stages, but lack of conditioning letting him down.
He could have probably done with Fury to get ready for this fight in terms of like height. You know, this guy's 6'9". Fury's not too dissimilar height.
Not sure that Tyson would like the idea too much of being Derek Chisora's sparring partner, but there you go.
Oh, they got a lot in common, these guys. But I mean, listen, if Chisora starts bringing that right hand into play, because I'm sure Helenius wouldn't have even be expecting that right now. He's expecting body shots. There's the right hand.
That's the one he's looking for.
Just needs to keep chopping it over. Bring the right hand over the top and bring the uppercuts up the middle.
Can't afford to get too gung-ho, though, in these early stages. It's got to be pressure, but it's got to be educated pressure, because Helenius can also bang.
But Helenius won't be able to fight on the inside. He's much too tall. He needs to keep it long. You know, if he's going to pick Chisora up, it'll obviously be with the jab, and if he's going to catch him, it will be with a straight right hand as opposed to an uppercut.
Helenius, only 27 years old, same age as Chisora, looks older. Right hand from Helenius in the closing stages, and a wink from Chisora at the end of the round, as much as to say, is that all you've got?
I'm going to give that to Chisora. I'll give that first round to Chisora. Started off fantastically well.
Uli Wegner with Robert Helenius. He certainly knows already at this early stage that he's in a fight.
Yeah, I mean, this is a good attack from Chisora. You know, I mean, when you're away from home, it's easy to get stage fright. You know, he's going to really hostile territory, 12,700 people. But what you see with Chisora, he's not even listening to the crowd. He's paying no attention to that whatsoever, prepared to get in and mix it up.
Chatting to him a couple of weeks ago, and Derek Chisora said, don't worry about the crowd. That's not going to worry me. That's not going to faze me. Great opportunity this for Chisora, and he started really as though he has his eyes on the prize.
Certainly has. Needs to keep his defence watertight.
The chance for Robert Helenius. But again, onto the front foot, it's Chisora trying to stay mobile, trying to keep the pressure on. Italian referee splits them. Just a little warning, a quiet one to Chisora about getting the head in there.
Got to get the right hand working. He's got to get his right hand over the top. It's a good attack.
It's good body shots from Chisora, needs more of the same.
But when he stands out of range from Helenius, he needs to keep his head moving.
Helenius just getting into a little bit more of a rhythm with the jab than he was allowed to do in the first round.
That's because Chisora's giving him too much space.
Good right hand from Helenius. Chisora wanted to hold on a little bit. It was a pretty simple ploy. Left hand lead, right hand cross, but Chisora had to suck it up.
Chisora's going to be, you know, have like a buzzsaw type attack. He's got to keep his head rolling. Keep throwing punches, bringing them round, up and over.
Chisora looks really pumped for this. He started fast. Hard to think that he'll be able to maintain this sort of pace for 12 rounds if it goes as far as that. That's a big uppercut from Helenius, but Chisora takes it well.
Just got to take away that jab from Helenius.
Those body shots are one way to get the fin to be a little bit more disorganised and to upset his rhythm.
Well, you know, the referee's upsetting Chisora's rhythm. You know, he's breaking his attack every time he has one. Well, he certainly did there, and there was no need for it. This is better boxing from Helenius now, but Chisora's got to meet him again. He's got to come back to work.
Better from Helenius. That uppercut, the right hand is a heavy shot. Left hook as well. Chisora, though, bobbing and weaving his way in. Hooks to the body, and now the warning again from the referee.
For the head, probably. Yes, for the head. Chisora did stick the head right in between of the guard in his attempt, the aggression that he was showing. Not intentional, I'm sure, but he just wants to get to this guy.
The sound of the 10 bells earlier on this evening for Joe Frazier before you joined us. And there's a little bit of that's about Chisora, the way he's trying to work in and land real power hooks every time he gets into range. Interesting round. How did you score that one, Duke?
I've given that one to Helenius.
Listen, watch out. You're standing to square, okay? You're standing to square. When you take your shot, move your feet. You're standing in front of it to be picked up.
Standing too square when you get in the front, move your feet.
Well, that's precisely what he did. He put the head right between Helenius' guard, and he was just... But actually, that's where you get most of your power from.
Here's where Helenius was having some good moments. His uppercut's a dangerous shot. As the hooks I was telling you about from Chisora, that was probably his best attack.
That was a nice attack from Chisora. But there's the head right through the guard. He's standing square on. You hit harder when you stand square on, but you leave yourself wide open.
Good fight. You've got it around the piece, Duke. Into the third.
First round Chisora, second round Helenius. Well, you saw Chisora in the first round had almost like a cross-arm defense, just like the late Joe Frazier. Perhaps he's been watching videos and taken a leaf out of his book.
Stands a little bit taller than Smoking Joe did, who was about 6 foot in his fighting days. Derek Chisora 6'1.5" against the 6'6.5" Robert Helenius, a man of Klitschko proportions, if not quite Klitschko ability. Good right hand, though, chopping right. Chisora had to ride it.
Well, Chisora's just trying to make him miss at the moment. Just standing off, just trying to make him miss. And he's not doing too bad a job, but now he's got to get to work. Not forgetting he's away from home.
He's going to have to win. Well, he must know, and his corner surely will know. If he's going to win, he's going to have to win big here.
But that little step that Chisora's taking to the right is actually taking Helenius out of his stride, because he's not getting the jab off. But every time Chisora steps to his right, he should then in turn go in behind a double jab.
Not a lot between them at this stage. Is the home advantage of Helenius going to be decisive? Right hand partially blocked from Chisora. Again, the referee's on his case.
Referee being really busy for my liking, John. You know, all these little infringements when you touch the other box, when you pull him away, it takes him out of his stride. But Chisora needs to keep stepping to his right, you know, keep moving to his right. It takes away the jab, then he tries his double jab and the right hand. Just keep creating that little angle. It's a good round for Chisora thus far. She's making Helenius miss and hitting him with good shots.
Now needs a rousing finish to the round, you suspect. Chisora to catch the judge's eye. Needs to keep the pressure on Helenius in the 40 seconds or so remaining in this third.
Well, Helenius looking a lot more tentative.
Nice, cute right hand, though, from Helenius. Chisora a bit of showboating, saying, yeah, you hit me, but it didn't hurt. Sure, his corner would like to see him maintain concentration and just continue what he's been doing pretty effectively so far. Yeah, tight round, this one, Duke.
Has to cut out the showboating because, you know, the judges won't like it. But I think it's a good round for Chisora.
Chisora finishing as the aggressor, hooks, the pattern continues, and it's a pay your money and take your choice sort of round. Is it these shots from range of Helenius, principally the jab, or the more insistent hooks of Chisora?
You still need to move your feet now.
Wenn du nicht die Distanz hat, haust du ihn locker, dass nicht rüberhauen kann mit den Haaren. Ganz locker.
So how did you score the third?
I'll give it to Chisora.
Tight one, though, not much between them.
Very, very tight.
Those are the rounds, sort of rounds, which can have a really important bearing on a contest such as this. But really, it's whether or not you're impressed by that, these shots at range, or the hooks, which Chisora was able to land.
For the most part, Chisora was the aggressor, and for my money, landed the better quality punches.
Round 4.
So into the fourth round. Helenius looks as though he's breathing heavily in that corner. He's feeling the pace. Normally likes to kind of chug along at his own rate. And Chisora's trying to take him out of the comfort zone and starting fast in this fourth.
These are good jabs by Chisora. He's actually taking the play away from the taller man by out-jabbing him.
But doesn't he look so much physically better than he did when he fought Tyson Fury? He looks like a different guy.
He was in terrible shape for that fight. There's no doubt about it. Whether he underestimated him, well, obviously, his weight told it, which he obviously did, and he paid the price. But this isn't the same guy. At least he's fighting with a lot more intensity. He realises now what's on the line, and it's about time.
In the run-up to this, Chisora said, if I lose tonight, where do I go? So he knows the importance.
That's a good right hand from Chisora. Starting hard and fast.
Those body shots will be being felt unquestionably by Helenius. Second time Chisora's been ticked off for the head. If he infringes again, he's got to be really careful. He doesn't want to have points deducted.
No, but he's throwing nice jabs. Rolling in really nicely there, push him off and get back to work. Shouldn't be holding him on. It's just as tiring for Chisora as it is Helenius when they start to maul and hold each other.
12-rounder, of course, with the title on the line, the European title here. Chisora trying to atone for the monumental disappointment of losing what he believed was his destiny to beat Tyson Fury. Maybe that'll be a rematch somewhere down the line, I wonder. Perhaps with more at stake, if Chisora can come through this.
If he can win this, then there's no reason why those two couldn't fight again. It's a much better fight second time around.
Good shot from Chisora, body shot, and that right hand over the top. Well, Helenius saw it coming, but only just. Chisora really looked committed tonight.
Well, I tell you, he's throwing lovely jabs to the chest of Helenius to try and bring his guard down. He's swinging the right hand over. Obviously, with the taller target, he has to hit something at some point. Just missed the game.
We've said in the studio and in the run-up to this fight from Helsinki, we've said he's an enigma at the moment. Chisora's delivering, and it's Helenius who is being put into an area and a zone where he doesn't want to be, certainly fighting in close and taking uppercuts like that.
See, Chisora, he's furious with the referee, and rightly so, because the referee's being too busy. Anytime he has a little bit of success, the referee's intervention. Look again, and it wasn't even a headbutt in there.
This is going to be a key factor in this fight. Few boos from the crowd. Good shot, Chisora. Good right hand. Helenius onto the back foot and was stunned by that one in the closing seconds. Good round for Chisora.
Lovely round. Great right hand from Chisora.
Helenius was a big favourite for this one. Not his fight at the moment. He's fluent in 4 languages, Robert Helenius. And also in the language of boxing, and he'll know that he was taking too much.
Far too much, but all right. Chisora doing everything to get through. Lovely uppercuts on the inside. You can see Helenius holding his left arm underneath the shoulder. So with the free hand, Chisora was bringing in nice uppercuts. He's doing a good job in roughing this guy up, taking him out of his comfort zone.
Well, there was the uppercut, and the head came down, and then the heads came together. Now, is Chisora at fault there? That was when the referee stepped in.
I didn't think he was, John.
Into the 5th. You have Chisora 3-1 up, Duke?
I've got Chisora 2-1 up, John.
4 rounds. 4 rounds completed. Check your card, mate.
Sorry.
1, 2, 3. There you go.
My mistake. I wear glasses. So do you.
The important thing, though, is that Chisora continues to pour on the pressure.
Well, he needs to get himself into a lead, which I think he's done, at least on my card, because if the deficit starts to get clawed back, he's got a little bit of a cushion.
The crowd, though, surely will try to rouse Helenius. And the question's going to be if he keeps on taking shots like that, whether Chisora can keep up the work rate.
But don't forget, the crowd are also going to cheer any success that Helenius has.
Chisora just taking a little breather in this 5th round. Helenius unable to plod forward, looking for him.
I like when Chisora takes his step to the right. I like when he goes to the right and he comes off with a jab or a right hand. No, he shouldn't do this. He's away from home. The crowd won't like it, the judges won't like it, and the referee certainly won't like it. He needs to get out of that corner now.
Which he does.
You know, he can't afford to showboat, he can't afford to go back and give these rounds away or do anything stupid.
Well, you could always say, yeah, by all means showboat, but showboat when the fight's won, which it certainly is not as yet. Helenius is coming on stronger in this 5th round.
He's got to keep working. See, just, you know, once Helenius holds his hand, see, no, the referee's warning him. That's not right, John. He didn't do nothing there.
Heads coming in close once more. The height difference makes it inevitable that when he does get inside like that, Chisora's head is close to Helenius, and there's a head clash once more.
I mean, Helenius looks decidedly uncomfortable to me, John.
Chisora's fought well in the last minute of this round. Helenius started it well, but Chisora's come right back.
He's come right back.
Needs to keep punching up to the bell. Keep the pressure on.
John, this is a big round for Chisora. He's putting a lot of work into this round.
Took his foot off the gas in the early stages, but he's really finished hard. Good shot as well from Helenius. Terrific left hand. And Chisora felt the full weight of that.
It's a good fight, John. It's a very exciting fight.
That left hand from Helenius in the closing seconds of the 5th round. Chisora felt that one. Big time.
So, geh nach rechts weiter rüber. Und hier hätte das einfach einsteigen.
That's Robert Helenius' closest
Let's
fans.
increase that pace and you'll stop this guy. But as you're doing, just keep doing what you're doing. We'll take him later on, yeah? Keep picking up, keep working that body. When you get in there, drive it through him. You understand? Break him down, then we're going to go to town, yeah?
Did he do enough when he came back?
No, I'll give that round to Helenius, only just.
So you've got it 3-2 to Chisora now. What is panning out to be a terrific fight.
It's a good fight, John. It's made up for the disappointment we had earlier.
If you're just joining us, Alexander Povetkin already a winner tonight against Cedric Boswell. Now Derek Chisora looking to win this European title, but it's close.
Well, Chisora has to be fit, John, doesn't he?
That's the head close again. And he's, well, the referee, I don't know.
I tell you, this referee, I think he likes to be on camera, John. I think he likes to be on television. I think he wants to be involved and get his facing, but he forgets he's not doing the fighting and should let the boxers continue what they're doing. There aren't too many infringements, and it's, you know, 6 of one, half a dozen of the other. Helenius is as guilty as Chisora of any infringement you may have seen.
Chisora's been told to keep on working away to the body, softening up.
It's good because he's roughing him up and he's beating him up on the inside, John.
I saw a few predictions saying that Helenius was likely to start to bust Chisora up around about this stage of the fight. Well, Del Boy has very, very different ideas.
Well, quite obvious, Del Boy hasn't read the script. Needs to keep bringing those uppercuts into play when he's on the inside. Oh, lovely shot by Chisora. There's the right hand, right round the houses.
Helenius took it well, though. Had to. His chin tested. And the crowd noise in Helsinki is starting to be lessened now. Another good right hand from Chisora.
He's getting a little bit closer, John. I just hope he can keep this up.
If he can sustain this work rate, this would be a tremendous victory on foreign soil.
Oh, not much. That's an understatement, John.
Again, right in the face of Helenius. They've worked on their tactics. They've thought about how this big man can be beaten. And the moment, Chisora is following the lines of the script and following them well.
I like these little uppercuts that Chisora throws on the inside. You know, this guy's fighting like a man on a mission, but once he gets inside, he pops an uppercut, then he brings the right hand over. Wrestles a little bit. He's done his homework. Let's just hope he's fit enough to execute this game plan.
Better from Helenius. Power shots. Chisora's chin tested, and again, but takes them well. Oh, lovely switch from body to head.
It's a grueling round, John. Both boxers standing their ground now and trading off.
This is turning out and shaping up to be a real war, Duke.
I tell you what, if Chisora can pull this off, it'll be a very memorable win.
Good left hand again from Helenius. Last few seconds of a dramatic 6th round.
Coming up nicely, Chisora.
Helenius has had his share of success in this round as well, and he's finishing it as the aggressor. Solid right hand on the bell. Well, what a round.
Fantastic.
Who did you give that one to, Duke?
Chisora. I thought Chisora landed some really good shots. He had some nice sustained attacks. I thought Helenius just left it too little too late in that round to claw it back in his favour. It was a good round. I mean,
that was Helenius' pressure later on in the round. That was his best little spell.
That was his spell, wasn't it, John? Where actually he came back at Chisora, but for the most part, Chisora was on top.
You go again, right? You hear me?
On your card,
Are you hearing me?
strictly unofficial, of course, 4-2 in favour of Derek Chisora. Chisora, 4-2. Helenius, you've given him the 2nd and the 5th, with the rest to Chisora.
Got to keep digging that jab to the chest, Chisora. Keep working the uppercuts into the play, keep rolling that head, keep stepping off to the right because it's that little move which offsets Helenius.
On the other side of the ring, the promoters, the Sauerlands, have got it 5-1 to Robert Helenius. Work that one out.
Oh,
they're the guys who are running the show.
Well, there you go. I mean, it kind of speaks for itself, doesn't it?
Chisora just being tagged a bit more often now, though, by these headshots from Helenius.
Well, I mean, it's a good start from Helenius in this round. Chisora just, okay, maybe just taking a bit of a breather, but shouldn't go back on the ropes. You can't give this guy any kind of confidence. Keep stepping to your right and use that jab. Oh, nice hook. Nice try. Just trying to be a bit more fleet-footed now, Chisora. There you go.
Chisora choosing to go walkabout in this round. And Helenius hasn't landed anything too authoritative thus far.
Well, Chisora doing a good job of boxing at the moment.
Not quite sure how anybody can have Helenius winning this at this stage by 5 rounds to 1, but there you go. Oh, you might see test Chisora with that, though. That was a good left hook. Chisora takes it well, though. It landed flush.
He did take it well, John. Just as he was just starting to find a little bit of rhythm in his boxing skills, Chisora just got taken out of his stride. Was trying to just throw punches, single punches, to see if he could outbox this guy, but obviously that tactic hasn't worked. He's got to revert back to type.
Had to absorb a straight right as you were speaking there as well. Another good shot from Helenius, and every time Helenius throws, of course, the instant response from the 12,000 plus watching. Chance going up for the home fighter. Chisora has got to maintain the work rate. Not throwing as many punches here in the 7th round.
Well, no, he tried a different tactic and it hasn't worked. So he's got to do what he did in the previous round. He's got to back this guy up and bring the hooks and the uppercuts back into play.
Helenius, big and strong. Looks older than his 27 years, doesn't he?
He certainly does. But Chisora's given this round away, I feel.
Trying to finish it fast, Chisora, but absorbing them as he gets into range, and another solid right hand. Then a nice uppercut from Chisora. Tremendous exchange in the last few seconds, but Helenius dominated the bulk of the round.
Certainly did. Chisora gave the round away.
He's tiring, mate, I'm telling you.
Yeah, he is tiring, but so is Chisora.
Okay.
He's put so much work in, and you know, sometimes when you're taking punches back in return, that in itself is tiring.
If you paid your money for Box Nation and you're wondering if it was money well invested, well, tell your mates, because this is one of the best heavyweight title fights, for my money, that we've seen for some fair time.
Some time.
They're too long, yeah? Okay, bring it back, yeah? Then go some. Just what you did there. When you get inside, 2s and 3s, and come out again, all right?
Really good scrap. Helenius boxing well, but what a rally by Chisora in the last few seconds.
Well, Chisora needs to drag him back into the trenches immediately in this round. Jump straight back on him. Try and pick up where he left off.
You gave that round Helenius, yeah?
I did.
So that's 4-3 on Duke's card now for Derek Chisora as we move into the 8th.
He's got to roll that head, keep stepping to the right. Because that's what takes the jab away from Helenius. If he stands in front of him, he'll get speared with straight shots. There's that busy referee again.
How many times is he going to warn him without doing something about it? That's the worry.
Yes. Point taken, John.
Point taken being the phrase. Nice body shots from Chisora, needs more of the same.
Got to get back to work, he can't stand off. But you know, I'm sure these body punches, they're strength sapping. They take the sting out your punches. But Helenius is showing good character because he's trying to come back.
Helenius trying to stand his ground, trying to throw the heavy headshots himself. That right hand, he's starting to get through with more regularity, worrying from a Chisora point of view.
But he doesn't want to be denied this Chisora. Prepared to try and walk through all of these punches that Helenius is throwing. Trying to outwork him.
Well, by some distance, I would venture to suggest this is the hardest fight. Even given the fact that he was beaten by Tyson Fury, the hardest fight of Derek Chisora's career.
It's a harder fight, John, because he's in better shape. He's fighting at a much higher work rate.
Derek Chisora's 17th professional fight. Still chasing what he believes and hopes is going to be his destiny of a fight against one of the Klitschkos next year. He's got to come through this first, though.
It's a good attack from Chisora again. Then it's looking a little bit more tired, a little bit more disorientated almost. More pressure from Derek Chisora. Roll that head.
Well, they believe that Helenius is tiring and will start to unravel. I can't see it myself, not at this stage.
Well, he could do, John, because, you know, he's actually punching down on the target, which isn't easy in itself, and Chisora's outworking him, John.
Terrific work rate from Chisora in this round. He's thrown a lot of punches, and a fair few of them have been on target and have scored. That's good from Helenius, though. Instant response from the crowd.
I think it's a good round for Chisora.
Don't use your elbow now. We've had the head, we've had the holding, now it's the elbow. The word from the referee. Good round again. Tough man's fight.
Keep doing what you're doing, son. Keep looking away. Right, you're standing.
Put your lap.
Put your legs out, please. Put your legs out.
Put your legs out and let's sit back.
Put your legs out.
Keep your head still, man. Come on. Are you all right?
Yeah, good.
Das ist doch die rechte besser drin. Und
A big effort from Chisora in that round. Was it enough to win it?
I've given the round even. It was give and take all the way through, I thought, in that round. In my opinion, what Chisora needs now from his corner, from Dean Powell and his trainer, is a pep talk. They need to pump him up. Tactics out the window now. It's just about pumping him up.
4 rounds left, Duke. You've got Chisora 1 point ahead. Now, what are the sort of words that you'd want to hear Chisora being given now?
Well, just to keep doing pretty much the same. You know, try that little Teddy Atlas thing where Teddy Atlas said to his charge that this guy wants to go home. He's starting to get tired, he's starting to look, he's looking more disorientated. Keep your head moving, keep pumping, you can win this.
Well, a fair few people thought this fight might be over by now in the favour of the Finnish favourite, Robert Helenius. Derek Chisora, though, still wanting to fight as though he's a man on a mission.
Well, he is a man on a mission, John. You know, it's the best performance, for my money, from Chisora throughout the whole of his career thus far. Let's hope he can just maintain it and get a decision.
Well, it's who has the strength, the belief now to get across the finishing line and to keep the work going. Chisora has to do that. Can't afford to let Helenius start to dictate and start to fight from range.
Oh, get off the ropes. He's going to blow it if he goes on the rope. Take it to him. Stop showboating. Just take it to him. You know, when a fight's this close, you can't afford to showboat. Nobody's going to do Chisora any favours.
Duke getting into cornerman mode there. You wanted him to get off and to box and to fight.
John, he needs to take the ball by the horns. He can't stand off. Nobody's going to do this guy any favours. The judges certainly, the referee's not. You know, so he can't afford to be careless. Cock short, oh, lovely shot. Cock short of himself. Good right hand from Chisora.
But again, Helenius absorbing it and not looking as though he's in any real problem. Referee looking down at the binding on the glove, but I think there's no problem there at the moment. Chisora being urged forward by Don Charles and by Dean Powell. You might have heard the shouts above the cacophony here of, come on, keep going.
That's a good jab to the stomach from Chisora. More of them in his switch it up top. He needs to get his hands back up, cupped around his head. Nice try again.
Over the top from Chisora.
It's good speed from Chisora. He's using good speed. Hands are nice and quick. Needs to get his hands up.
Helenius being forced to just cover up, absorbs a fair number of these power shots that Chisora's trying to unload.
I think Helenius is tired, John. I think he's desperately tired.
But Chisora needs to win the rounds and to win them big to impress the judges.
Well, a big attack right now would nick this round, I'm sure.
And if the judges are seeing it the same way that we're told that those close to the promoter are seeing it at ringside, well, it could be that Helenius is ahead. We've not got it that way, but you never know. Well, apart from a bit of stupid showboating, that wasn't a bad round.
Fantastic.
I don't think he won it.
You don't?
No.
So who've you given it to?
Helenius.
Helenius rather than a draw?
Yes.
Right, well, in that case, if that's the case, then you've got it squared up now. 4 rounds apiece and 1 level. Body language of Uli Wegner suggests that they are worried, though. I thought Chisora had a decent round there in that night. 4 rounds each you've got, Duke.
Yes.
1 level.
Yes.
3 rounds remaining.
Well, you know, it's fair for Chisora. I don't think for 1 minute he's going to throw it away because he's boxed a very good fight, but he doesn't need this.
Well, I wouldn't go against the argument that Chisora won that last round. It's that sort of fight. A lot of these rounds close. Good start from Chisora.
Yeah, that's a nice jab, hook off the jab. Jab off the hook even. It's not a low blow. Oh. Well, yeah, but you know, John, you look at this referee, you just know, you just think every time the referee makes an infringement, you think he's going to take a point away from Chisora at any moment.
It's not happened yet. Fingers crossed it won't happen in the remaining minutes of this fight, which increasingly is looking as though it's going to go the distance.
I'm glad Chisora's got himself in tip-top shape, I really am, because he would have been so disappointed in kicking himself in the morning had he have blown up.
Now here's an interesting statistic for you. Robert Helenius has never been past 9 rounds. We're now in the 10th.
Well, that bodes well for Chisora, because he can take him into deep water, and if he can do that and really put it on him, he could probably break his spirit.
Let's see if he can do precisely that. Not too much between them thus far in this 10th.
Well, Helenius holding on off the left side, off the blind side of the referee, but who does the referee want? Chisora. This guy's doing him absolutely no favours whatsoever.
Could use the word Homer.
See, Helenius now, again, looks arm-weary, a bit disorientated. And it's Chisora, you know, the aggressor, just trying the right hand again, just missed with it.
But he's got to maintain the work rate. Helenius is able to spear him from range.
Yeah, but Chisora's out jabbing him, John. A big, deep breath there from Helenius. Again, just looking a little bit sorry for himself, I think. Look at his body language. Deep breath, deep sucking up breath of air. No work from him, John.
I mentioned earlier on the way in which Vitaly Klitschko diffused a passionate atmosphere in Wrocław when he defeated Tomasz Adamek in that football stadium. If Chisora can pull this one off, this similar deflation of national spirit would be evident.
Yeah, but Helenius going back voluntarily now. Chisora's put it on him, you know, in terms of pressure. He's absolutely stuck it on him from the first round, and he can't cope at the moment.
Well, this is the point at which Chisora really needs to stand on him and throw leather and to dominate.
It's a Chisora round with 10 seconds to go.
Helenius, though, some scoring shots in those last few seconds as well. He looks dog-tired as he makes his way back to the corner. Who have you given that one to, Duke?
Chisora.
Schön atmen. Robert, darfst du den Sieg nicht nehmen.
You have Chisora around ahead, my friend, with 2 rounds to go.
That was an excellent round for him. You know, he had Helenius backed up throughout the whole of the fight.
Yeah, he's
he landed some good punches.
You're both tired, but he's more tired than you. I can say it. We can say it. You hear me? Do you want this or what? Derek, look at me. Do you want this?
Look at him and listen to him.
Do you want this? Yeah. Look at me, baby. Right, let's go for it. Wipe his eyes, please. Wipe his eyes. Right? Have a little drink, yeah?
You're dog tired, but he's more tired than you.
When you know your opponent's tired, it brings you back to life. You can be just equally as tired, but when you know your opponent's arms are starting to flag and he's starting to look dishevelled, it brings you back to life marginally.
Chisora, not one of those fighters who responds to being bellowed at or hit in the corner. It's quiet words of encouragement, and that's about as animated as Don Charles gets. Do you want it? Get out there and win it.
You know, Mickey Duff would have been screaming, and you know, Mickey Duff's thing was to just really, you know, give good advice, obviously, but he makes sure that you understand what he said, as did my trainer, Colin Smith.
Chisora needs to get out there and produce work rate.
Well, the last round was such a good round for him. I thought he won it by a country mile.
Helenius too will have been told, I'm sure, by his cornerman Uli Wegner, who knows all about preparing world champions at the very highest level.
He's got to get back to work. He's got to look busy doing nothing, really, Chisora. You know, he's tired, obviously, so he's got to move the head, kill a little bit. You know, keep stepping to the right, throw lighter punches almost, and just try and draw this guy in, and hopefully he'll walk onto one where he can nick the round.
The arms have got to be feeling like lead now after a fight fought at this sort of pace.
And his chest, you know, his lungs are going to be burning. His eyes are going to feel like they're coming out of his sockets in his head. But he's got to go through the pain barrier and try and grind out a victory.
Arm punches from Helenius, but he's throwing perhaps more in this round so far. But now here comes Chisora. In range, this is where he wants to be, but chooses to back off.
Don't back off, he's got to stay there. He's got to stay there, he's got to meet fire with fire.
Well, a penny for the thoughts of the judges.
But, you know, Helenius has been backed up now consistently for this round and the last round. And it's Chisora again. He shouldn't be backing up, he should be piling it on. It's Chisora again who's the aggressor.
Well, perhaps he's got that mental clock in his head and thinking, right, coming up to the last 30 seconds, time to go again.
He's got to stop backing off. He doesn't need to back off. He doesn't need to showboat. He doesn't need to do anything stupid, which could cost him this round. He should be taking it too. Helenius. That's better. Again.
Body shots followed by the switch to the head. Has Chisora done enough to impress the judges? That's the million-dollar question. Quite literally the million-dollar question, I suspect.
Oh, undoubtedly. Undoubtedly. Again, it's another close round.
Close one. Did Chisora do enough? It's all going to go down to the wire. It's going to go to the 12th round.
It's all in this round now, yeah?
They ain't so noisy now, are they, mate?
Yeah? You've got them quiet, okay? Now, do you know what round it is?
Keep your arm down.
Put your down there, yeah?
Come on, let me wipe it down, mate.
Hat er so in die Nase, in der Tür.
All down to the last round. You give that last round to Helenius, did you?
I did.
Right, well, on your card, 5 rounds each, 1 level. It is all down to the last round.
Well, you know, I mean, I thought with Chisora backing up in that round, which he didn't need to do, you know, he allowed this guy just to marginally just get 1 or 2 shots on target. But I think Chisora can still win the fight.
It has been a terrific fight. European title at stake. The home favourite, Robert Helenius, against Derek Chisora, the 2 touch gloves. Last 3 minutes could be special.
Well, I tell you, if I'm in this fight and I'm saying to myself, you know, it's all on the last round, And you know what Chisora's thinking? He's got to put it all on the line.
Chisora will want to
doing.
fight at a pace and with an intensity of a man possessed.
Well, he's doing that, John. You know, it's good. It was good advice from the corner that he told him it's all in this round. Nothing silly, but just get your hands going again. Work this guy, push him, hold him, push him back, physically push him back. Grind out a victory any way you can.
Trying to get in close, trying to get into range to land big hooks. Helenius, though, landing more punches in the first minute of this 12th round.
What a fight, John. What a fight.
Helenius able to pick Chisora off at range. He's not rolling in as effectively as he did earlier on.
Now, bearing in mind, John, we're not watching welterweights or bantamweights, but they're fighting at a welterweight pace. It's been a good, solid, hard pace all the way through. And it's been initiated by Chisora.
One of the best heavyweight fights I've seen for some considerable time. Chisora looking for that one big punch now, which might make sure that he has to absorb a tremendous uppercut. But then back comes Chisora.
Both trading off, John. Both landed really significant punches. But it's Chisora, for me, who's getting the better of the exchange.
90 seconds to go.
Well, listen, he's put it all on the line tonight, John, and answered a lot of questions, I promise you. And another step forward by Chisora, and another right hand.
A few people have asked, is Derek Chisora really a fighting man? Well, I think he's answered that question tonight.
This fight's answered that question, absolutely.
Is he a big enough puncher? Well, that's another question, because he's landed, and he's landed a lot flush, and Helenius is still there.
But he's just got to keep him backed up. Another nice jerking jab from Chisora. Keep this guy backed up. Keep working your hands. You need to get this last round.
Well, what a fight.
It's been sensational, John.
If you've watched this one with us tonight, you have watched something special. The Finnish crowd believe that Helenius has done enough. People on their feet cheering on the home favourite. Chisora still wailing away, trying to throw massive shots as we go into the last 30 seconds. Walks straight into a ramrod left-hand lead from Helenius.
Yeah, but he got his right hand off himself. Oh, no, he got his right hand off himself. He's OK, though. He's not hurt, John. Just got his head jerked back. They're both tired. It's a big finish from Helenius as well. But for my money, Chisora's winning this round.
I'm not too sure. I'm not too sure. It's that sort of fight. Last 10 seconds. Is there one last big punch from either man? Last punch of the fight landed by Chisora. The two touch gloves. The words in the run-up to the fight forgotten. Now who's got it? Helenius holds his arm aloft. Chisora with his corner man. It's an anxious wait for both.
I thought Chisora won the last round. I give him the fight by 1 round. That's quite an amazing performance from Chisora. You know, he had a lot of questions to answer tonight, I think, and I think he's answered them, John. Has he got stamina? Yes. Does he have a good chin? Yes. Does he have heart, desire and commitment? I think he ticked every box tonight.
Wherever Derek Chisora goes from here, forget about questioning him as a fighting man. Give him respect, because that was some performance.
Totally. You know, I mean, listen. He knows that when he lost his last fight, he knew what he had to do. So he went back to the train, went back to the gym, readdressed everything, got his weight down. And if he can fight like this, then he's got a big future.
Well, Chisora bowing to all corners. If he's got this verdict, well, rarely has a title been more deservedly won and worked for in such a manner. Helenius, though, the home favourite. Sometimes you can tell by the body language of those in the ring. There aren't too many clues at the moment. Anxious wait as the cards are tallied. Well, there's a smile. Has he heard something, I wonder?
Very close fight indeed. I wish I was one of the judges tonight.
A lot of the rounds were close. And in those sort of fights, you could get widely varying results from the three judges.
I mean, obviously, you know, depends on where you're sitting from ringside, how you actually see this fight. But, you know, I thought Chisora did a remarkable job in terms of trying to take away the jab. His work ethic was really good. His concentration was spot on, kept the head rolling for the most part.
One parting shot. I don't think that the referee did Chisora any favours. He made it a hard night for him.
Johnny did him no favours whatsoever. But, you know, that said, I still feel Chisora did enough to nick the rounds and to win them. Particularly that last round.
Here we go.
Meillä on haja-ääni tuomio. After 12 rounds of action, we go to the scorecards. We have a split decision. Here are the scores. Tuomareiden pisteet ovat seuraavanlaiset. Giuseppe Quartarone, 115 to 113. 115, 113, Helenius. Jankovia, 115 to 113, Chisora. 115, 113, Chisora. Oliver Palomino, 115 to 113, 115, 113. The winner and the new European heavyweight champion, and still WBO and WBA ladies and gentlemen, the Nordic Nightmare Robert
Helenius gets the decision. Despondent Derek Chisora finds words of congratulation, but he couldn't have given any more. In the end, well, we knew it was close, and the judges just gave it to this man.
Yeah, I mean, you can't really argue that decision. It was a very close fight, very hard fight. I don't think that the referee done Chisora any favours whatsoever. They could fight again, quite possibly, for the same European title, but I don't think